I'm Rob.
And I'm Katie. And this is Skyr Compares.
Got it that time. What are we doing? We're going to jump right in. What are we doing?
Comparing we are stuff. Comparing different types of yogurt that you can get at most any grocery store. So.
Well, except for the Trader Joe's ones, which can only be got at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, but I mean, unless, let's say that is your grocery store of choice, then you can pick it up.
That's fair.
You know, it's not a, personally, I don't think it's like a specialty, like a Whole Foodsy type of store.
Oh yeah, we haven't stopped by Whole Foods for any of these yet.
No, because Whole Foods is whole paycheck. So.
Yeah, but it is something we should probably do at some point.
Okay.
Start considering that. I don't know where there is one around here though. Anyway, but yeah, we're comparing a bunch of. We actually have the most varieties we had in a single show, and that is 7 different yogurts. We went with the vanilla or French vanilla version of most of these, for consistency's sake. Mm-hmm. Do you want to tell us about what we're going to be trying?
Sure. We have 2 options that use whole milk. So we have a Oui by Yoplait, which is a French style.
What is a French style?
So essentially, you can see that it's different than all the other ones because it's in a glass container. Mm-hmm. But essentially, what they claim is different is that the fermentation actually happens within the glass jar. It's not like it's already like cultured and like made in big batches and then put into the jar.
Oh.
So what they do is like they put all the ingredients, they put it in the jar. It kind of does its own yogurty thing with the cultures, and then it usually has to rest for at least 8 hours.
That's actually more explanation than I thought.
Yeah, so yeah, I did my research.
No, that's fine. I was just doing more of a general overview of.
But that's what the French style, I guess, is.
Fair enough. Okay. So we've got these whole milk ones you said. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we got.
So yeah, we have the Oui by Yoplait, and then a Trader Joe's just general whole milk. Greek kind of yogurt. We have the non-fat Greek option, which is a Chobani 0 sugar.
Oh, it's non-fat too? Non-fat 0 sugar?
Yeah.
Okay, so non-fat 0 sugar Chobani, and
we have this non-fat vanilla bean Greek yogurt from Trader Joe's. I don't know if they have a 0 sugar option, but I thought these were at least somewhat similar.
Fair enough.
We have 2 Icelandic-inspired Skyr brands. So we have Siggi's, which...
Wait, they're both Skyr? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's the same company?
No.
Wait, what's...
Skyr is a type of, like, processed
Alright, so we'll touch back to that then.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have Icelandic Provisions. So I thought that would make sense to compare those. And then we have Silk Dairy Free. So we have a yogurt alternative option.
Okay. How do you feel about yogurt?
I love yogurt. I mean, it's a great protein source.
It's true. I generally will, or I haven't in a while, but I used to mix my yogurt with, what is it? Like those granola pieces that you can get at the store, which is fantastic. But lately we've been buying actually yogurt, the Chobani in bulk from the Costco for the flavored fruit in the bottom ones. So I find that I guess I could just also put granola in that.
You could.
Granola is really good in general. It makes a nice snack or a nice breakfast. Post-workout, these are actually fantastic, I find. But I haven't tried.
Especially if you want protein and then like fast sugars, depending on the brand, because the amount of sugars vary widely within these.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
are we gonna keep track of that, or I guess we can review it as we're
just as we go along.
But we're looking for texture, consistency, mouthfeel, taste.
If there's like
of course.
A weird, like, aftertaste. If there's like, lots of additives or anything like that. So
standard stuff. We've had Siggi's. We've had what's this called? Nordic Provisions? Icelandic Provisions. So
not that flavor.
No, we haven't tried a lot of these specific flavors. I think we've had a bit of the Trader Joe's stuff, but it usually tends to be more. I've never had the fruit, never had the Oui, never had the 0 sugar. So let's find out what is actually the best, at least for general purpose. And they're not all. Are they all considered Greek yogurts?
No.
Okay. So we got a French.
We have a French. We have a Greek. That one's just kind of its own thing, and then Skyr.
Which is its own thing.
Yes.
Interesting. I just assumed yogurt was all kind of the same.
I mean, and the yogurt kind of area of the grocery store was like lots of
No, it's true.
refrigeration section. So
now I also, for those of you that want to know a little bit too much about me, am slightly lactose intolerant. So a little bit of yogurt isn't bad for me, but we'll see what 7 cups of yogurt does to me. You won't. I will, and Katie will probably be.
I also have some fun facts about that.
Oh boy. Let's get to it. All right, Taste Test Series 1. We're going to start with the Trader Joe's Greek yogurt, non-fat vanilla bean. It's actually really liquidy.
That's probably just the way that's separated.
I mean, that's fair. So give it a little stir. It's got like this interesting, like, black speckles or something in it.
Yeah, that's the vanilla bean.
I guess that makes sense.
So.
Then, I mean, it smells like yogurt. Nothing particularly floral or anything about it.
Why would it have floral?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it has like some kind of like aromatic thing. They can add aromatic crap to it.
I mean, they could, but why would you?
Because sometimes they do. We've seen it with plenty of the stuff we've already checked out. They just add a bunch of stuff into for color and for smell or whatever. Okay, so just diving into this. Is that how we want to do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try it.
Is there anything you want to talk about with yogurt? About Greek yogurt? What is the deal with Greek yogurt? What makes Greek yogurt Greek? Is it from Greece?
Well, probably the process of it was, but basically it gets thicker than a lot of other yogurts that we probably had like growing up in the States. It's because they like strain the liquid enough times so that it gets thicker and that it usually has a little bit more protein because by like volume because it's more like concentrated and condensed. Does it taste particularly sugary? Does it taste like you would have it for dessert?
It's sweet. It's heavy. But that's actually quite tasty.
Heavy or creamy? Or both?
I mean, both? No, it's good. It's actually quite good. Like, immediately the taste hits you and you're like, oh, that's actually quite enjoyable. No, I think Trader Joe's...
It's definitely... yeah, it is sweet.
How
many grams? 14 grams of sugar with 11 added.
Including the 11 added?
Yeah.
Including 11 added?
Yeah.
So they added 11 grams of sugar to that. That's a lot of sugar.
Yeah, so the first ingredient is obviously like skim milk. Second ingredient is cane sugar, and then cornstarch for the thickening agent.
Okay.
And a bunch of other things, but...
That's fine. We don't have to go through all the ingredients, but okay. Alright, that's not bad. I mean, again, a lot of sugar, though.
That's a lot.
A lot of the stuff we find
I feel like
that would... a lot of sugar.
I wouldn't want that for, like, breakfast or anything. I would probably want...
Too sweet?
I like sweet things, but I would rather have, like, a pastry as opposed to something that... It's healthy, and how many grams of protein? 13 grams of protein, which is not too bad.
Mm-hmm. That's actually quite good for yogurt.
But I feel like... I don't know.
It's too sweet.
That's more of a more of a desserty kind of yogurt for me.
Now this one immediately, I mean, it's just pure white, and it seems slightly, I don't know. It's got kind of like a shaving cream kind of texture going on, or like a.
I can see that.
Or probably soft peaks on like a when you beat egg whites kind of thing.
It's very shiny.
Oh no! See, now that one has an odor though. That one smells like vanilla to me.
Yeah, it does. Chobani we've had before. We haven't had this.
We have not had this.
What is it called?
Vanilla flavored, zero sugar.
Brands of zero sugar. That
zero lactose also.
Yes, that's why I got it.
Why? Oh, for me? You got it for...
Yeah.
Okay. Lactose intolerant. Okay, what's the deal?
So the zero sugar line of Chobani only came out in 2021. They have been around since 2005. Like the company itself, they started actually putting products on the shelves in 2007. The founder, I think, is from Greece.
I'm listening.
And then for the sweeteners, because obviously they have to, even though it doesn't have sugar, they probably have some kind of alternative.
Well, how do you make it without sugar? Isn't that, it's like with
think
yeast, right? Or this, well, not yeast, but
no, cultures.
Cultures, yes, but is sugar not required for that?
I don't think so.
Because you can make yogurt out of yeast, right?
What?
Yeah. Anyway, no.
I don't know. I mean, I guess if it's a bacteria.
Yeah, I mean, use the bacteria.
But I think they have like not agave, like monk fruit, some other, I can't find it, but
A bunch of natural flavors. That's okay.
yeah.
Huh.
Oh, stevia, monk fruit, and maybe like one or two other things.
Huh. That's not as awful as I thought it would have been going into that. Admittedly, it's usually with sugar, and it's usually, that also means it's like artificially sweetened or whatever. And that's not actually...
That tastes sweeter than the Trader Joe's to me. Probably just because they have all the other non-caloric sweeteners.
They have all this like monk fruit and stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
But they extract the sugar from it before they make it? Because some of those fruits should be already naturally sweet. Right?
Well, this is just the vanilla one. It's not like...
No, I thought you said they had... Oh, what were you talking about when you said they had monk fruit and stuff?
In this.
It's in this?
Mm-hmm.
But does monk fruit have any sugar in it naturally?
I don't know.
Because if the word fruit makes you just think it's already something that's like it's a fruit. It's got sweet sugar in it, and then they have to extract that sugar just to make this. No artificial sweeteners. Oh, so maybe this. Wait, you said it's stevia though? Monk fruit. Oh, monk fruit extract. Vanilla extract. Wait, I don't understand. So it's got stevia, but it's no artificial sweeteners.
Maybe. Yeah, stevia leaf extract, monk fruit extract.
So stevia leaf extract doesn't count as an artificial sugar?
I guess not, because it's found in nature.
Authentically crafted, no sugar with the asterisk. No lactose, no artificial sweeteners, no preservatives, no gluten, 11 grams of protein. But it's got stevia leaf extract, monk fruit extract, citric acid. Oh, okay, that's not a sweetener.
Yeah.
Vanilla extract, natural flavors, tapioca flour. Interesting. I wonder if there's a technicality in here.
Tapioca flour is probably for thickening.
Okay. I'm wondering if there's a some kind of technicality to getting around the no official artificial sweetener part. Interesting.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
You thought it was going to be terrible?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do we have a preference so far?
I think the Chobani has an aftertaste.
It does have an aftertaste. I like the mouthfeel of this one a lot better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though it has like a crazy amount of sugar.
I mean, yeah, it's fair. This is probably the healthier option if you're actually trying to be even remotely health conscious. I mean, one of these a day isn't going to kill you.
No. How many grams of protein in that?
11. It's all negligible.
Oh.
But, okay.
It's also half the calories of the other one.
I mean, it's still not a lot of calories, though. It's not like, this is 60? 120? I mean, that's still not so bad. 130?
It's not bad.
It's not bad. I mean, they're comparable.
If
you're having 3 of these in a row, all that's going to really matter. But you shouldn't be having more than one of these a day anyway, probably. Right? Alright. On to the next patch.
Part 2. Skyr.
Skyr. What is Skyr?
So it is a... Oh, look. This one actually explains what it is, but it's in a very, very white font.
It says... Jesus, yeah, that is
hard
to read.
See?
It's white against this like pale parchment color. Skyr is a hearty, protein-rich Icelandic yogurt dating back to the age of the Vikings that fills you up and keeps you going. Ours is the only Skyr made in the USA that uses certified Icelandic heirloom cultures for a uniquely delicious, thick, and creamy texture. That didn't really tell you anything. It's an Icelandic culture?
Yes.
That's it.
Well, it's like their method of... It's kind of like how Greek yogurt has its own kind of processing. Fun fact, though, at least from what they found on the website for Icelandic provisions, because they're like really interested in that whole history aspect, they have a timeline of like when did Skyr come to Iceland, and it's like 874.
Like Skyr as the yogurt method.
Yes, the yogurt method
came to Iceland in the year 874.
Yes.
Which is about the time the Vikings in general just... Okay, so it came with the Vikings.
Yes.
Yeah. It came to Iceland when people came to Iceland.
Pretty much. So, I mean, I think that's kind of cool. And then, so, the Icelandic Provisions was founded by some venture capitalists from the United States. They're called, like, Polaris Partners, something like that.
Okay.
But anyway, I guess these venture capitalists, like, spent a lot of time in Iceland, and then they're like, this is excellent, this is super awesome. And then they partnered with like a dairy farm over in Iceland called like MS Dairies. So that's how they have the like heirloom cultures, because that whatever company MS Dairies has been like massively producing skyr since like 1929.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird fun fact you found out. So it is an American company, but they have ties to the old country. Or
was it founded by at least by an Icelandic guy?
I don't actually know. I didn't look into those two folks that much.
Okay.
They spend a lot of time there.
All right, so we'll start with the Siggis, which we've had before, and it's usually I think more of a plain yogurt. I like the color on this. You can see like the vanilla bean, because this is vanilla, so you can see like the vanilla bean speckles in it, which is kind of nice, fairly thick, not so bad.
Allegedly, Siggi started making these because he was homesick for food from Iceland, and so
Siggi is Icelandic.
Yes.
Then. Okay.
Now, allegedly, he like used his mom's like old recipe, like a family recipe, as a jumping off point.
Okay. Doesn't have smell to me, but it lingers.
It smells like yogurt.
Yes.
That's about it.
So it lingers, I think, a little bit more.
Tart.
I think it lingers a little more in your tongue. It's a little bit. It's definitely the heaviest one so far that we've tried of the three. It's got. I don't know, is it acidic?
I don't think it's tart.
Maybe that's what
There's
it is.
There's like a tart and like edge to it. It's incredibly creamy.
Yes.
Like for this one, because it doesn't seem too sugary, I'd probably want it, like if I wanted to bulk it up or kind of elevate the flavor or something, maybe I'd put some fresh berries, or I'd put something to complement it.
Granola?
Definitely could put granola.
No, granola and berries.
No, I like this. It's very...
No, it's good. It's actually, and compared to the other one so far, it's quite healthy.
What is 16 grams of protein?
16 grams of protein, 110 calories, and
no fat.
Yeah, 9 grams of sugar, which is considerably better than some of these other ones, and it doesn't taste overly sweet. Now, next we have the Icelandic Provisions, which is really thick. This is almost like a cheese or something.
What kind of cheese you been eating?
Bad cheese, apparently. I don't know. I'm thinking like cottage cheese, or I don't know. I actually never eat cottage cheese. I imagine
that usually has curds.
Ew, that sounds gross. Why does anybody want that? I don't know.
Because it's healthy. And
yeah, healthy is not always...
But you can like bulk things up.
Anyway.
This isn't a cottage cheese.
This is not a cottage. Yeah, we're not doing a cottage cheese. Anyway, but no, this is actually a lot thicker than all the other ones so far. Oh, that's good though. Similar.
This definitely smells like vanilla.
Yeah, a bit. It's thicker than the Siggis, which I think makes it the thickest one so far. And it doesn't linger. It's not as tart as the Siggis.
It's not as tart.
It's got that feels like a meal though.
Yes. I'd be really full after eating
It's actually the same amount. So this is 150 grams. 150 grams. Yeah. The containers are actually the same somehow.
I don't know why, but I like the kind of almost rectangular.
Why? You don't know.
I don't know. It's not even like it's easier to hold. I like
no,
it.
I mean, I like the color parchment. It feels old. Although
it also
Siggi's
makes it easier to recycle.
Yeah, and when Siggi's does the same thing, where you can easily remove the covering from this. And they're not related, these two companies?
No.
Okay.
I think these are my favorites so far out of the 4.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, you can make an argument taste-wise for any of these, but health-wise, these I think are both superior.
Plus, I mean, if you want something to kind of fill you up, give you some energy, you could probably do a lot with them by even cooking or like baking with them or putting them in desserts. Or...
Well, yeah, because they're fairly subtle, right? So you could actually do more with these. The really sugary ones, or honestly, you probably
and the Siggi's even says, hey, all natural, no stevia, no artificial sweetness, no added...
no added natural or unnatural flavors. No preservatives, no added colors, no RBST+. See, that's interesting. I like when they... When you're looking at a thing and it says, we don't contain bees. Like, do they normally contain bees? Like, no, but we don't contain bees. It's like, I don't know. Is this a thing that normally happens in yogurt? Does yogurt normally contain RBST? This is the part where we mention what RBST is.
Right there.
Now we know, I think. I hope, if I found any information, if I took the time to find it. Anyway, we're going to move on to not the last, well, I guess it could be the last set if we do 3 at a time. We'll see.
Okay. We'll see you in a minute.
All right, final 3.
Whole milk.
Oh, it is whole milk, right?
Yes, except for obviously bee silk because that is an alternative. But before we go into even more yogurt to try, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. I'm okay. No, I mean it's not. We didn't eat I didn't just eat.
Not like eat
2 cups of yogurt even. So I'm okay. I mean it does sit fairly heavy. I find the first 2 yogurts we tried were more especially the Chobani.
Mm-hmm.
Was more white in color, pure white. And then the Skyr was more like an off-white kind of color. Yeah. And then this gets interesting because this is, well, we'll get there. I feel okay.
Good. The reason I ask is because during my research, the Icelandic provision said based on how they distill the yogurt, not really distilling, but how they process it, they actually remove 90% of the lactose. That's associated with the milk that they use.
I thought we were going to save that for the very end.
No,
she wanted to say it now. She's like,
I was so excited.
Yeah, there you go.
I found that out. But other than that,
all right,
we're going to go to, hopefully, I'm imagining.
What is, this is also Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Trader Joe's Greek yogurt vanilla bean whole milk as opposed to their, whatever the hell that was.
The non-fat.
The non-fat. So the whole milk versus the non-fat. Okay.
Yeah.
It smells like yogurt.
That's it?
That's it.
Fun.
I don't know if that's any different. Sweeter.
It's sweeter? How is it sweeter than the...
I'm tasting sugar.
Oh.
Or it could just be that it's fatter, so I don't know.
It actually holds on your tongue longer?
Something. Let's see.
Know.
Oh, I don't... Oh, they're significantly different.
Yeah, that's why we get them.
Yeah. I'll compare that to this. We're kind of doing these sort of out of order suddenly, but they're very similar. I am curious if there was a difference between the whole milk and the non-fat.
I think the non-fat is little... It's not as thick. Doesn't feel like that.
I expect that though. It's got no milk fat, so it's going to be...
Which it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But... I don't... Maybe the non-fat's a little bit sweeter. This one has
You think it's sweeter, the non-fat?
I do, but I also think the flavor lingers more on the whole milk. Version.
I actually prefer the whole milk. I think.
Yeah.
The other one tasted more artificial to me.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, but really, unless you're doing testing every single one of these, I think side by side.
Even then, it's the recency effect, right? Because if you're going to be trying to do this and you'd be like, oh, well, let me compare it to the ones I just ate,
right?
Which was the Skyr.
I don't think we're going to be able to rank these in order from 1 to 7. I think we can find 1 or 2 of our favorites based on taste or texture or health, whatever. And again, that's subjective as well for what people prefer. If you want something with low sugar and high protein, then obviously Siggi's is great, and the Skyr ones are great. Anyway, all right, so we're moving on now to this one. I think is neat. It's called We by Yoplait. Vanilla blended.
I like the container.
Whole milk French style, which we already discussed. French style. Yeah, and it's the glass container is.
Well, the fact that you
classy.
tried to move the spoon to try out or retry the
other
whatever
Trader Joe's,
Trader Joe's, and it just kind of stayed there.
Yeah.
That's incredibly thick.
Super thick.
Definitely the antithesis of the regular Yoplait.
Yes.
The ones that are kind of whoop.
So French, Greek, and Skyr, which we're trying, is just that's just
process.
Just a it's not even something significant. It's
probably
kind of
cultures are slightly different. And
okay.
maybe the process of like screening or not screening or.
Okay. It smells a little more floral. Like vanilla. Okay. It doesn't have that. Oh, that's weird.
What?
Oh, it's got like no. Well, I have it. You say.
Okay. Oh, fun fact. Do you know who owns this now?
Yoplait. We or Yoplait, or both.
Yoplait.
Yoplait. Coke.
I guess because both. No.
Pepsi.
General Mills.
The cereal company.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, I'm not fully surprised. So that's really smooth. Now the other ones are. I mean, it's smooth as yogurt, but it's like.
Why is it like clawingly sweet?
What is clawingly sweet? Like the sugar's like clawing
Yeah, it's just
at
like
you.
bam. I guess it's more like
A punch.
but
Punch you with the sweet.
no, it just feels like it's. That's all I taste is sweet.
All you taste is sweet.
Yeah.
Well, this one has the most calories, 180.
I don't really care about that. I just.
5 grams of protein. Actually, some of the least amount of protein. Interesting. 19 grams of sugar. That might be why. Including
It's like an orange juice.
12 grams added in sugars. So
is it like cane sugar or?
it is cane sugar, vanilla extract, yogurt cultures.
Yeah.
So admittedly, it's actually got very little. Pasteurized milk, cane sugar, vanilla extract, yogurt cultures.
Okay. I mean.
Natural flavor. That's not bad. But it really, the sweetness punches you.
Yeah.
That's so interesting because for me it's like
I like the texture.
no, it's
like
interesting,
how
but
creamy it is.
it doesn't. This doesn't taste like yogurt to me at all. This is like a dessert. This is actually a dessert.
Yeah.
Huh.
So it's not like I wouldn't have it, but I wouldn't say like, hey, I have a hankering for a yogurt. Let me go get that wheat. Like that would be something for like purely for dessert.
No, this really does taste like a dessert.
Yeah.
And given how much sugar is in it and how little it's still tasty. So given how much sugar is in it and how little protein there is, it's probably the least healthy one we've got too. So it's not even like a great breakfast option.
And this one's been around since like 2017. This line of Yoplait yogurts.
Okay, what else? That's
so,
we or Yoplait?
Oh, we.
We
Yoplait's been around since
forever, right?
It started off as like a French cooperative kind of thing for yogurt, and then
wait, a French? Oh, like French?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like for the logo, that's for Yoplait. It's like a 6-petaled flower, or whatever. It has to do with like the cooperative back then for like the 6 major groups that were like part of it or whatever.
Oh, but now it's owned by General Mills.
Yeah. So they started doing. Yoplait started coming into like the U.S. markets in the 70s here. At that time, General Mills had owned had partnered with them, but was a minority share, and now they're a majority share. So
interesting. So what's the name Yoplait mean then? I just figured it was like some kind of cute thing like Yoplait, but with the T but it's actually French. Mm-hmm. Huh. Interesting.
At least it was once upon a time.
Man, this one really stands out.
It does.
Which is interesting because among all these, you don't expect that. Like, I mean, it's all just yogurt.
But one now we've had how many? 6?
Yes.
But you'd be able to pick that out of the lineup.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Like a blind taste test, I don't think I could pick any of these out. You can maybe separate some of the Skyr and some of the Greek yogurt, but that is actually.
So would you have that again?
I mean, yes, if it's available, I would have it, I suppose. Am I going to go out and buy a jar of that? No, I'll take a Siggi. I'll take the Skyr. Honestly, I prefer the Skyr.
Okay.
Personally. And actually, maybe that's the way to compare it. It's the Skyr versus French versus Greek versus whatever the hell this is.
This is a yogurt alternative because they can't call it...
Yogurt?
Oh, it's like a non-dairy alternative.
Let's get back to that.
They can't actually call it yogurt.
Let's try that next. After this brief break, we will...
A word from our sponsors.
We have none.
Exactly. All right, Silk.
Silk, yes. I've had the Silk milk. Silk milk. I don't say milk right.
Yes, you do. It's just a different way of saying it.
Okay.
The Silk dairy-free milk.
I've had it.
Yes.
It's terrible.
It's... when was the last time you tried it?
All right, so at some point in the future, we're going to be comparing milk, I guess. I guess that's the thing we're going to have to compare. Maybe the non-dairy milks?
Yeah. I mean, those are kind of I feel like they're more prevalent nowadays.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, most people are lactose intolerant. Aren't most, not in America, but most people in the world, I think, are actually lactose intolerant.
Here's the thing, though. A lot of times, if you're lactose intolerant, you're just like, it's worth it.
No, I mean, first off, speaking as someone who's not lactose intolerant, you cannot speak for our community. Thank you very much. And second, that is 100% accurate. So, like, I wasn't going to live forever anyway.
What I'm saying is, like, when was the last time you had this? So, growing up, I feel like Silk was one of the only dairy alternatives that was in the grocery store. I think it rolled out in like the mid 90s.
Okay.
Why is that so liquidy?
Keep telling your story. We're gonna get into this.
But like Silk soy milk was like, I guess initially introduced like in the 70s. I feel like that was definitely like a movement back then. But
you're saying that like, so Silk non-dairy yogurt was a movement back then, but it was a movement to help people control their movements?
I mean, but it was like nationwide in the 90s. And then I feel like dairy alternatives have definitely like,
well, I not even like you feel like I think it's true, right?
It is, because I feel like I know that there are a lot of different, like there's coconut milk and oat milk and almond milk and all the milks that now you can even get at a lot of your like local coffee shops. And of course, people want to probably have yogurt. It's super convenient. It's delicious.
Yeah. Well, we're going to find out if it's delicious.
No, yogurt in general. I'm not saying that the Silk is going to be necessarily.
Well, we should find out. First off, it's kind of...
no matter how much stirring you've done, it is still very liquidy.
Well, the other ones, yeah, they kind of evened out pretty quickly, and even the thick ones kind of loosened slightly as they got mixed up. But this is just... Yeah. That's just... I feel like I could drink this through a straw. It's kind of a parchment color, too. It still has, like, the vanilla bean, like, specks in it, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
But I'm not hopeful for
Would you think that would probably, because it's so liquidy, if you were to use it, maybe it would make more sense to put it in, like, a smoothie?
Well, let's find out if it tastes like anything, because that's going to determine if you can actually use this in anything else. It smells... Smell this. It smells. I don't know what this... It
smells a smell. It smells smelly.
It smells... Quoting SpongeBob. Yeah, what is that?
What the heck is that? Okay, so there is that, like, sweetness and, like, vanilla.
She has a better nose than I do, so this is why we let her do this.
Bloodhound. No, it almost smells like a baked good of some sort. For me, like...
What kind of baked goods are you making? You bake and it's... Alright.
No, I just feel like it...
Alright, we're just gonna go for this. Here we go.
Fine, whatever. Take my Bloodhound card away.
Nope. 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 Nope.
What is that? I don't know what that smell is.
I don't...
Maybe it is...
Put it in your mouth. Nope. Yep. Swallow it. Don't you? What the hell is that?
Maybe it's a soy aftertaste?
Oh, it could be soy.
Maybe that's what I don't know why I thought baked good. Maybe because it was just so sugary to me.
Soy milk, cane sugar, cornstarch, pectin, and this is
so cornstarch and pectin would be for the thickening, which
clearly didn't work. All right, and then a bunch of sea salt, vanilla bean, live and active cultures mixed. I can't even say half these words. So this is more of a chemical mix.
Oh. No,
that's awful. That is terrible. Wow. Man.
This is what the aftertaste is still happening.
So it's occurring.
It got worse.
It
got stronger.
This is part of the reason why those of us that are lactose intolerant just suffer through it is because the alternatives are often terrible.
Could you do anything with that?
No, and I don't want to. If you had a case of it and give it... No, it's not even worth it. No, that's disgusting.
I'd say probably, like, if you're going to try and do something, maybe coconut would be better, because at least coconut milk itself is yummy.
We could always do, potentially, and let us know if you want to see this down below. We could do a follow-up episode specifically for the non-dairy stuff, in which case we would try this again, just for comparison's sake. But I mean, honestly, so that is designed specifically not to have lactose in it if you're sensitive to that. But that's not the only option if you're lactose intolerant. You have slightly more options.
You do,
right? So the Wii is not great for that. But what was good? The Skyr.
The Skyr, because of the way it like.
And now it's not free of
no,
lactose.
But it's a lower amount of lactose. So you have that, the Chobani. I believe that one also said it was lactose free.
The Chobani, the fat free?
Yeah.
That was lactose free?
Didn't we see that on the...
Oh yeah, no lactose.
So you have that as an option.
So even though it's not necessarily advertised as very specifically lactose, and I think they do that on purpose. There is probably a stigma with, something that is lactose free, you think, all right, it's going to taste bad. And there's some truth to that. But so by not advertising it's lactose free, it just happens to be a side effect. Oh, by the way, we also don't have lactose. And that's fine. I guess it does say it kind of on the front, but it's not advertising.
But it's not like that's the first thing that it says. It's not like Silk where it's like dairy-free alternative.
Yeah.
So.
I guess no, I can't do anything with that Silk. That was terrible.
That actually kind of turned my stomach. I don't.
It wasn't the previous 6
No,
yogurts? Okay.
like.
Because I'm feeling something's hitting my tum-tum now, and and I know they're not all lactose. They're mostly lactose free, the Skyrs, but I'm feeling something. So we gotta get through this video
we'll wrap it
in
up.
just a moment when we get to our final thoughts. Okay, we are on to final thoughts, I guess.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, firstly, you can see that we have 6 of them up here instead of the full 7 that we tried because we did not feel like the Silk should be anywhere near these.
That's fair. The Silk, that was...
No offense to...
No, some offense. I think...
You know what I'm also annoyed at? It confused my brain on what even I was smelling.
What were you smelling? What do you taste? Well, here's the thing. And if for those of you that have seen some of our previous episodes, I've said this about our Pop-Tarts in the past where, some of them are acceptable, but one of them in particular was just
Vile.
Awful. Vile. Yes, terrible. And it gets me wondering if the people that make these, that try these, first off, I mean, it must be selling. It was in the store, so it has to be selling.
Well, and it's been around since 2014, I believe.
Yeah.
Like that.
That's actually longer than I would have thought.
I know.
Interesting. But you have to try these. Like, you have to, you can't not be a board member, CEO, whatever of your company within whatever they do and not try this and think to yourself, like, what can we do to improve this? I don't know. That being said, so that stood out to me as just terrible.
Just a no.
The other one that stands out for me is our French style, which kind of makes me want to try more French style yogurts.
We could try.
Was the Wii, because I've had Yoplait before and it's not...
No, this is like the antithesis of what it is. Because like the other ones, that's what I grew up on. Was the Yoplait with the aluminum foil on top.
Right,
like red or whatever.
Yeah, and they had the thing with the lick the tops and send them in.
Yeah,
for
which I think they still do.
Probably. But yeah, this is...
And that one was a lot thinner. And then it was pleasantly thick.
Yeah,
I love the glass container. They actually have, you can buy a lid for these specific jars, which is like $4.99 on their website, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Especially since we got this for like $1.99. But they also have like full-on crafts.
Wait, you said the lid is $4.99?
Yeah. I don't know why it's more expensive than the actual thing, but whatever.
I guess. Okay.
And then they have like a crafts website or a crafts page on their website to like repurpose the glass.
I feel like this is actually going to be the easier one to repurpose. Not even just for ourselves, but like you can recycle. You can throw glass in the recycling bin, and this is actually easier to recycle than even plastic is, which has to be melted down and reused. Interesting. Okay.
I know, and I mean, it was tasty. I would definitely have it for like a dessert if I was in the mood.
Yeah, you only have one or two, and it's a kind of
it was a lot of sugar.
Yeah. If you want a vaguely healthy dessert, you could make do with that. But I'm absolutely leaning on the Skyr, actually.
Yes.
100%. Okay. Now, let's talk price.
Okay.
All right, and we're going to go through them one by one because I'm not going to remember them because there's 7.
Okay, so are we going from
whatever's
right?
Sure, because it'll magically appear on screen for all of our viewers back home, and then they can see. And I'm not going to be able to retain any of this because 7 is too many to remember.
That is totally fine.
Okay.
So we're going to start with the Siggies.
And so these are all, hold on, let me make sure the serving sizes are right. So we're looking at 150 grams, 150. We've got 141. We have 150. So they're all quite...
roughly the same, right?
Roughly the same.
150 and
150.
then 150.
Okay, so this is the only one that's actually slightly less.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're paying
talk
for the
to prices.
glass.
Yes.
Okay, for Siggi's, it was $1.67. I think they had a sale at
So
Kroger. It was
all
like
again,
$2
all this was
for
from
$5.
all of this was from Ralph's except for the Trader Joe's, which came from Trader Joe's. So
Yeah.
as always, your mileage may vary depending on what stores you're shopping at. So Siggi's was
$1.67. We had Icelandic Provisions, which was $1.99. We had the Wii, which was $1.99. We had the Trader Joe's, which were both 99 cents each.
okay.
Which, that's nice.
Okay.
And then the Chobani. Where are you, Mr. Chobani? Of course, it's the last page. $1.50.
So, and then just for sake, silk.
Don't even do it.
Yes, but what was the silk?
It was $1.99.
So actually, what was this one? $1.99 also.
$1.67.
Okay, and then the rest of these were dollar.
These were $1. This was $1.99.
So $2, $1. So $1.50, $2, $1,
$1.50.
$1.50. Okay,
And
comparable.
$1.99. So.
All right, so the Trader Joe's is at least worth it. So again, Trader Joe's being a little bit cheaper, not bad. Not my first choice, but you can make an argument. The Chobani Zero Sugar was surprising.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
It's a decent price.
Yeah. You can make a case for a lot of these, depending on what you look. I mean, really, they all start to kind of blend together. And really, even between the non-fat and the full-fat,
I didn't really notice a difference.
it's
that
really
much.
similar. And it's, you have one, you have another right back to back, and then you decide, cool, this is the one I'm going with, and you just remember that. Is the best way to compare it. If you're like, all right, cool, I want to decide between these. But to actually choose a flavor from all of these, it's really difficult. I can tell the Skyr is different. I can tell the Greek's different. I can tell the Wii is a little bit different, the French style. So you can tell the difference between the styles, and maybe that's it. Apparently I prefer Skyr. Although I do now to try more French, because that's actually quite interesting. Are there any other fun facts you need to know about yogurts?
For the Skyr, the only other fun fact that I thought was really interesting is that it takes about 4 cups of milk for 1 cup of Skyr. So that's also why it's like so protein packed.
Interesting. Makes sense. How much for these? Didn't say. You don't know?
Huh?
We're not sure. For how much for the Greeks? Or the French?
I don't actually know.
Okay. So that's all we know? That's everything?
I think so. I mean,
Okay.
hopefully you like my little fun facts.
I adore them.
It's fine. You could be like, stop doing it. But you have to leave a comment to say that.
That's true. You can insult us. We don't mind. Honestly, we fairly thick skin, I think. Also, I suppose we should wrap this up since one of these is hitting me. And I need to make an exit very soon.
See, we are committed to your entertainment and education about the varying types of yogurts. So, on that note, thank you again for joining us today. Please like, subscribe, put on the little notification bell, leave a comment.
Are they separate? Is the notification bell? I've still only just...
I think they may be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And as always, you can find us at Kara Compares on Instagram or at rjpfilms.com/KR Compares. I'm Rob.
And I'm Katie.
See you next time.
Bye now.